Greetings all. I hope you've been well. Uh, well, it's been a while since my last update, and I wanted to give you all an update if you watch my channel and keep up with my life, as to what's been going on with me in my life, and my company, 0 Point Technologies, as well. So, first of all, I took a trip recently to Tennessee. I was exploring the long-distance relationship thing. Um, it was a bus trip, so I was on the bus for 2.5 days there and 2.5 days back. It was quite a journey. It's something I won't forget. I got to see the country. I've never traveled cross country before, so I got to enrich myself to a lot of the culture and a lot of the sights and sounds. It was a really good trip. I enjoyed it. I had no problems on the bus other than sleeping because I came ill-equipped with an inflatable pillow, and that's just no good for the bus. It was bad. I didn't get much sleep at all. But I was so busy checking out all the sights and getting pictures and everything. It didn't really matter that much. I mean, it was a good trip. I remember things didn't start going downhill until I got to Denver, Colorado on the way back. It actually began in Nashville, Tennessee, on the way back. I wanted a good Nashville burger. And I was asking people in Nashville, where do I go to get a burger? And how far is it from the bus depot? So, a couple of people told me, oh, 2 blocks down on Broadway, there's, that's the big strip in Nashville. There's movie stars that go there, and if you want a burger, that's the place to go. So I've got all my luggage with me, my backpack and my huge tote, because I don't trust anything just to sit. And I'm running around the streets of downtown Nashville at about 11 p.m. on a Friday night. So I get to this place finally, and instead of 2 blocks down the road, it's 12. So it's crowded. I mean, there's people everywhere, and there's gorgeous women, and there's men in suits, and everybody looks great, and people taking pictures. I felt like it was a Sunset Strip almost, and I guess it is the natural equivalent of that. So I finally dug into this bar where they're supposed to have cheap food, and I order a burger and some fries, and of course they screwed up my burger. I ordered a cheeseburger with fries, and they gave me a cheeseburger with tater tots. I didn't have time to sit and enjoy myself because I was far away from the bus depot, and there was only an hour layover there. So I had to run my ass back to the bus station, uphill, with my tote, with my luggage. By the time I got to the bus station, I had like 5 or 6 minutes to spare before they were departing. I mean, they had already loaded by the time I got there. So I was fortunate, but I was sweating like a pig. But, it's a good time. It's something I won't forget. I got pictures of downtown Nashville, and it was cool. So it really started going downhill when I got to Denver. I expected a lot more from Denver, Colorado. I just felt a very thick, dense energy over that town. I got to the bus depot, and it was filthy. I got there about 10 p.m. at night, and I had a 9-hour layover there. The bus depot was just filthy. The men's restrooms were swarming with flies, and the latrines were filthy. There was not a square of teepee in any of the men's stalls. I was just shocked and appalled. I was like, oh, this is going to be a not fun layover here. So at 1 a.m. they locked the doors, and people got locked outside if they didn't know. Fortunately, I was inside. They were pissed. I mean, people were pounding on the doors, and they had to be escorted away. I don't know if they got a bus out of there or not. So finally, the 9-hour layover ends, and I'm on my way to Billings, Montana. I got a 6-hour layover there. Get to Billings. The facility is much nicer. The bus depot, it's much cleaner, much less people, much less, arrogant, ignorant, just rude people. People were nice in Billings. So they called us to load the bus at about 1 in the morning. It's pouring rain out there and cold. So we wait outside for 40 minutes for the other 2 buses to arrive and for all their luggage to get transferred to our bus. People are angry because children and disabled people are cutting in front of us because they have priority. I was quite amazed at how many disabled people are traveling on Greyhound. Traveling on Greyhound is not always an easy thing. It can be kind of stressful at times. And these people could hardly walk. They have breathing apparatuses and oxygen tanks. I'm like, I can only wonder about you people. But anyway, get to Billings, got that layover, finally get in my bus after being freezing cold, and I'm almost home at this point. So after that, everything was good. And then it was all good, of course, until I got my heart broken. It's funny how things work out like that, and it gets a little easier each time. I've been pretty modest in my life concerning relationships and kind of isolated myself quite a bit. So I probably took it a little bit harder than most people my age would. I really did love her. I truly loved her a lot, and it's so easy for, the females to throw it away, isn't it? Bitches will be bitches, no matter, you try to sacrifice too hard for them, and it scares them off. So I guess I had to be reminded of that. It's quite amusing to me. But yeah, if you're watching, I still love you, and I hate your fucking guts, too. So that's about it. Let's move on to 0 Point Technologies. The company's really starting to take off now. Things are looking very promising for us. I've been working very hard recently, studying the patents of Nikola Tesla, studying basic electronics and tying it into my already, profound library of occult and metaphysical studies and fractal multiverse and everything. And of course it all ties right into it, and I'm getting a much clearer view of, how things work now. Not only in nature, but with electricity as well. The applications that I have in mind are endless now. It's like a new consciousness has been burst in my mind yet again. And Tesla himself is whispering to me, giving me ideas. I read Tesla's patents and I can understand them very clearly. I understand his illustrations very clearly. And I've had lots of synchronicities with Tesla in the past. I knew as soon as I had my initial spiritual awakening, what I wanted to do with my life was create electricity and show people how to generate their own. And of course that branches out into other things. 0 Point Technologies is looking more promising every day. Our labs are expanding. We now have seven different aspects of labs. We have Alpha Labs, which is solar and plasma energy. We have Beta Labs, which is biofuels. We have Gamma Labs, which is wind and water power. We have Delta Labs, which is magnetic. We have Theta Labs, which is biomedical and other types of health related with electricity and biomedical applications. And then we have Zeta Labs, which is aerospace. We're going to be looking into anti-gravity and definitely some aerospace in the future. And lastly, we have Omega Labs, which is going to be our metaphysical/time aspect branch of our laboratories, 0 Point Technologies. I've been working on logos and etc. for the company. Our folders are expanding. I have to get a file cabinet soon. It's amazing how quickly things are taking off for us, and I'm very excited about it. I have to remain mum on some of the upcoming prototypes because I want them to be, shocking and surprising when we unveil them. When we start advertising, people are going to see, wow, this is a good price, this is a good product, and this is something that we're going to want. We're going to want in on this new wave of electricity. They're going to want to, learn what we have to teach them. I honestly feel I have enough resources now and enough equipment and enough knowledge and enough charisma to lead this company as its CEO and founder. And this is what I want to do with my life. I know. This is my destiny, and I plan on, seeing it through till the end. So look for more updates from 0 Point Technologies. I'm going to continue my work in studying Tesla's patents and applying it to some mind-blowing new patents and ideas once we get them on the table and can make them public. So stay tuned, everyone. I'll have links in my video description to 0 Point Technologies, to my entire presentation, and if you're new to my YouTube, I'll have links to my Facebook profile as well, and etc. So until then, I hope y'all enjoy and be well.